Hi, boys and girls. Gosh, I just love reading Humphrey, and I'm so pie-whacked again about why Mrs. Brisbane is not there. Obviously, we know she's not feeling well because they were making cards for her. So let's just go back and reread, because that's what good readers do. This last sentence about a clue. Up on her toes, that sounded like a clue. Was Mrs. Brisbane actually going to be a ballet dancer? I tried to imagine our teacher with her short gray hair and her sensible shoes twirling around like a ballerina. She didn't look like a dancer in Kelsey's music box. But if Mrs. Brisbane wanted to be a ballerina, then that's what she should be, even though I think she makes a better teacher. I pulled out my little notebook and pencil from behind the mirror. First, I added a clue to my list. Clue number 5. Mrs. Brisbane may be learning to be a ballet dancer. Wasn't sure about that, so I added a couple question marks. Next, I turned the page and thought about what to write to my teacher. I wanted to say just the right thing. I thought and thought and thought some more. Now here's what I love. I love that as a writer, he's thinking about his thoughts before he's writing them down. That's what we do. I love it. Sometimes it's easier to say something you feel in your heart with a poem. So I wrote, roses are red, violets are blue. Oh, Mrs. Brisbane, how I miss you. I looked it over and I liked it, so I signed it Humphrey. I read it to Og. Boing, 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 he twanged. Oops, sorry, Og, I replied. Then I added Og, too. I signed your name too, Og, I assured my neighbor. He can't write. At least, I don't think he can write. And he doesn't have a notebook. If he did, it would have to be waterproof. I tore the page from the notebook, but when I looked at it, it seemed a little too plain. I didn't know how to make it fancier. I looked around my cage and dug around in my bedding. All I came up with was a tiny piece of carrot I'd saved and the strawberry Kelsey had brought. It was the juiciest strawberry I'd ever seen. Ugh, I have an idea, I squeaked. I rubbed my paws all over the strawberry to get them nice and juicy. I bet you guys know what he's going to do. Then I made little red paw prints around the edge. It looked very nice, if I do say so myself. And when I finished, I licked the red juice off my paws. Yummy! Of course, then I had to take the card over to the desk. I picked up the paper with my teeth, jiggled the lock that doesn't lock, and opened the door to my cage. Og splashed gently in his tank as I passed by. Oh, I said. Of course, as soon as I opened my mouth, the paper dropped to the table. Ooh, sorry, Og, I said. I wish you could add your mark, too. Boing, Og answered, splashing. Or wait a minute, maybe you can. I'm leaving the card here, I explained. Then I'll go behind my cage, splash some water. Then I'll come back for the card. I left the paper near his tank, scurried away, and squeaked, now! Og splashed and splashed and splashed and splashed some more. Ooh, not too much, I said. You can stop now. I waited until Og stopped splashing and raced back to the paper. There were several little watermarks on the paper. I hoped Mrs. Brisbane would know that Og had made them. I picked up the paper with my teeth again and made my second trip of the night down the table leg and back to the desk. The stack of cards was now a mound of cards. There was no way a small hamster could stack them all up again, so I just pushed my card into the pile. Then I made the long trek back to my cage and closed the door behind me. Morning light streamed in through the window and I was worn out. Good night, Og, I said as I crawled into my sleeping hut. I mean, good morning. I guess he was tired too because he didn't even answer. Not even one, say it with me, boing. Or if he did answer, I couldn't hear him because I was already sound asleep. All right, Humphrey's Detectionary. Finding clues can make you unsqueakably tired. All right, boys and girls, we're getting close to finding out the answer. I'll see you later.